we're past the era of men making assumptions that women need help. Because again, that could be considered disrespectful and misogynistic. And so men aren't going out of the way to just lend a helping hand to women because they don't want to be seen as misogynistic.
Yo, so I'm just gonna say it. Men that hold on to women, knowing that they don't want to be in a relationship with them, knowing that they don't want anything serious, know that they just want to play games, but they know that that's a good woman. Yo, it's time to let them go because they're just holding you back and they don't want to be with you. They're just playing games.
I know I get on this internet and complain about men a lot, but chivalry is not. I'm sorry. In every aspect of my life, men do show up. Like, I'm not opening the doors. Let me get off the elevator first. Bringing flowers to dates. Like, literally, the list goes on. And I really just wanted to be nice today. So, men are chivalrous.
If a girl organizes, she pays. Wrong. Everything you just said is wrong. A girl doesn't ask a guy on a date. A girl doesn't organize a date, nor does she pay for the date. If you're a man and you let a girl take you on a date, how can you even call yourself a man? You're not. The guy asks the girl on a date. He picks her up, opens the door for her, opens the car door for her. He pays for the date. Act like a man and be chivalrous with integrity. If you need one-on-one help, book in a call. That's the best way for me to help you. Go to my profile, click the link, put your details in. I will call you. We'll have a chat.
Although God told you your wife was on the way, it wasn't like I was the first chick that he seen and was like, hey, you're the first one, so you're the one.
You know what was crazy? It's not you were the first one. It was, I was in a season where I was cutting women off like quickly because I'm like, it's not you. Oh, you're not lining up with what I know my wife to be. You know what I'm saying? So I just really feel like when you know.
A lot of these modern women are not fit for relationships. They're not fit to be married. They're not fit to be wives. No matter what they tell you, you can just observe what they're doing and you'll know that.
Ways I Spice Up My Marriage, Part 1. I flirt with my husband a lot about everything and anything. Let me explain. You see, my husband has a win at work. I'm flirting with him about it. My husband makes a spectacular meal. I'm flirting with him about it. My husband breaks a record in race car driving. I'm flirting with him about it. My husband walks into the room and blesses me with his presence. I'm flirting with him about it. You see, the power of life is in the tongue. And there is nobody in this world that flirts and praises my husband more than his wife, which is me. Your partner needs to know that you still desire them, that you still want them. And when you and your husband are stuck in this cycle of arguing, one thing is for sure. They are upset about the fact that they're in this cycle of arguing, but two, they're confused and conflicted about if you still desire them, if you still want them. I want to work with you over the next 4 months to stop this cycle of arguing that you and your husband are in and get back to the flirting that you desire. I want to help you come up with the exact communication strategies that you and your husband need to be able to comprehend each other in a way that resolves your arguments and gets you out of this rut of arguing. You understand?
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
Why do men almost always pay on dates? It's not just about chivalry or old-fashioned roles. For many men, being the provider is tied to their sense of pride and self-worth, not just their wallet. It can feel like a challenge to his role, even if it's not meant that way. It's not about control, but about men feeling respected and valued while building a partnership.
And, a lot of men are deciding, you know what, until I start getting respect, I start getting some appreciation, might be a better idea to just opt out altogether.
Who is better at communication, men or women?
Women. Women are better at communication.
Like women, for sure.
If men are worse at communication, why do so many women expect men to read their body language rather than just be direct?
Oh my God. I don't know.
Are men expected to be mind readers?
Yes.
Is there a difference between what women say that they want in a relationship and what they actually respond to?
Absolutely.
If so, how are women better at communication?
We're not.
But you just said that they were.
I lied. Clearly, I'm not communicating well. Duh.
2015, a woman named Lucy Hill she does a study. They basically look at the time when a couple met to when they started dating. And they started correlating that with the physical attractiveness of the two members of the couple. So they had a bunch of researchers that would rate the physical attractiveness, and then they would correlate that to how attractive their partner was. And then they would look at how long they'd known each other before. Basically, the results of the study were, if you are an attractive man, that's your best chance of dating an attractive woman when you first meet her. At 4.5 months, that correlation got cut in half. At 9 months, the correlation was 0, meaning the guy who was a 5 was dating a girl who was a 10 because he put her in the friend zone for like 9 months.
If they moved on fast in relationship, you really need to hear this. You must be wondering why they moved on so fast, right? It's not because they don't care. It is because they have moved on while still in the relationship. They have detached themselves from you before ending the relationship. While you are still trying, they are already letting go. Next time, pay attention to signs early. Make sure you share this video to that person that needs to hear this.
You know, a lot of modern women don't really do anything. So that's why modern men stop initiating. And you're mad at the man because he stopped initiating, but he was really acting like a bum. I mean, honestly and truly.
I kind of feel like when you look at a man, you can already tell that they come from a mutated chromosome.
Should I say it?
The way that they physically look, you can already tell that they were a failed experiment at becoming a woman, and so they had no choice to become a man.
Okay, why not? You know, there are some individuals out there that really should not be criticizing what others look like.
When you talk to young women, is they're often very confused by young men who are so prissy about asking them out as if they're attracted to them that they're not quite sure. Like I think he asked me on a date, but I'm not sure. He said it was just coffee. So it was like he asked me on a date at the same time. He said, but it's not really a date. Right. So I think some young men just, their confusion is that they've been told, or what they've heard is that to respect a woman is not to think of her as a potential erotic partner. But of course they think of her as an erotic partner. She's attractive. Well, that's an impossible place to be. And you've got to be willing to run the risk.
3 signs that she is wasting your time, with the last one being the absolute indicator. Number 1, you are always the one to initiate a time to get together. Guys, making time to see each other should always be a 2-way street. Number 2, she doesn't really know that much about you because she hasn't really asked any questions about you other than how was your day. 3, guys, this is the big one. She never gives you a definite answer. She continuously gives you the we'll see or maybe to plans that you're trying to make. What this means is that she's just waiting. You're a placeholder, but she's waiting for something better or someone better to come along. And that is a waste of your time.
A lot of these modern women don't really have a preference. It's really just entitlement, you know, wearing a full face of makeup. Oh, you know, that's my preference. And no, you think that's what you deserve and you're just trying to dress it up. That's what it is.
Do men actually want wives, or do they just want free maids on demand?
Both.
What? Sarah.
Yeah.
Sarah.
Mm-hmm. I think most men, because the standard's so low, it's so easy to get free wives that you never have to marry, sex workers that you never have to cuff up, and workers in the house like maids and chefs, and they'll do it for free. I'm telling you, a woman will allow a man to waste their time. They will stay with that man for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years as a girlfriend. Why? And the only reason why he does it is because you let him. Most men want maids and sex workers that they never have to commit to because it's easy. That's and real. A lot of men that don't want evolution want easy. And that's okay. I love that for them. They need to be with the girls they need to be with.
Right.
And then there are other men that are marriage minded that want a partner.
Accidentally.
I'm keeping the house, the car, and the business. You can keep the kids because they definitely don't look like me.
I mean, can you blame him? I'm not gonna go too much into the kid stuff, except maybe they need to be tested. No, don't accidentally cheat on someone. And I hate how that's like a common tactic that people will use to get out of accountability for cheating. Oh, it was an accident, I didn't mean to. Okay, first of all, why did the other person have to be the one to bring it up and find out? If it was genuinely an accident somehow, wouldn't you be the one to bring it up? Be like, hey, I have something to tell you. But we rarely see cheaters be the one to actually own what they did and take full responsibility, or at least be the ones to bring it up. Usually the other person has to find out, which is absolutely ridiculous. Don't be a coward. If you cheat, the least you can do is tell the person what you did so they can make an informed decision. And I think if you cheat, you deserve nothing.
You know, I think modern women don't really understand that having standards are fine. It's just when y'all, it sounds like a demand. It sounds like entitlement. And then on top of the entitlement, you don't really offer anything else.
We did love each other passionately, but I suppose we had children and we stayed together and we worked together. So it's more a business relationship than what it is actually a physical or loving relationship.
What do you want?
I want somebody who thinks that there's nobody else in the world but me for them. I want a man who owns himself, somebody who takes control and allows me to be totally feminine in myself.
As opposed to where you have to take on the masculine. What tends to make you, Jenny, have to be masculine? What tends to make you feel that the most?
Well, Rob's quite an emotional person. And so with the children and even in an office situation, I always feel I have to be the voice of logic.
So when he's emotional like that, you have to be able to balance and be logical. I want you to feel this woman's pain. This is how painful it is for the feminine to have to be masculine.
How men are treated in a lot of these systems has fundamentally altered the way they approach things and they go about things. You wonder why men are checking out of society and why men are not buying into a lot of this nonsense. It's because modern women and the system really honestly and truly continue to screw them over and over again. And y'all not hearing them when they say, hey, I don't think that this is fair.
I thought it was going to explode and take out the whole valley. Like, no wonder men are so proud of having a grip on this emotion. I swear, men's emotions are so much more intense than ours. And you just don't trust them. Keep a grip on them. So, yes, this is know thyself. Know thyself, know what switches you involuntarily, know what you're affected by, know where your happy place is. You know, in anywhere on this is normal. Anywhere. There's no right or wrong place to be. There's not even a right or wrong state of mind. But it's one of the things we teach in our Understanding Women course. Like, how do you tell which woman this is? Is this the open, nurturing, loving state of mind woman? Or is this the take names state of mind? And you can actually tell by how a woman reacts when you walk into the room. If she looks up and how she looks up. Yes, honey? Where's the milk? Oh, hear that one? You can even tell the way she walks across a room, who she is.
Yeah.
When we're committed state of mind, it is all forward energy. And when we're in an open state of mind, all of a sudden the hips go.
You know, men get the honor and the pleasure. They get the honor and the pleasure of being able to see their kids on the weekends. They get the honor and the pleasure of a woman going to court and lying. Of a modern woman going to court and saying, oh, he's making this much. Raise the child support. Raise the alimony. Let me take more of his money. That's what you get with these modern women when you marry them. God, dog.
What makes a relationship work is things in common. What makes it passionate is that things are very different. Now, if they're different values, you're going to just eventually hate each other. But if they're different energies, masculine and feminine energies, regardless of whether it's men and women, right? It could be two women, two men, man, woman. As long as whatever the relationship is, there's a more masculine one and more feminine one, there's going to be sparks. That's where the electricity comes from. But what a lot of people do is they have a lot in common, and so they have love, but they don't have the passion because they're both being masculine or they're both being feminine, or they've worn themselves out. And most people, when they're tired or when they're stressed, put on the mask of the opposite energy. Most women under stress, ladies, you tell me, become more masculine or more feminine? Which one? Under stress. That's right. And the minute you get more masculine, which is like a protection source, there is zero possibility of electricity between the two of you. And if you have a masculine male, now it's war, and you're going to feel hurt.
Marriage is really quite a complicated question. People enter into it with romantic ideas, and then real life takes over, and we begin to actually have to work with our own limitations, with the limitations of the people that we love, with the circumstances of life, and we think that something has gone wrong. It hasn't gone wrong, it's just gone real. The purpose of our lives is to learn how to love, and we don't know. And so it's an opportunity to expand our own capacity to accept, to respect, to be patient, to be helpful. We define good as effortless and easy, but the soul defines good as ever expanding our ability, above all our ability to love. So what we really need to do to make our marriage great, as much as possible, to realize that it's I who am responsible for my happiness, and the more happiness I can find within myself because of my relationship to a greater reality, the more I can love and the more happiness I can bring to others. And that's what makes a great marriage.
And another thing you have to understand is that modern women, they keep on trying to make men feel guilty about backing up, about not helping, about protecting themselves, staying to themselves. That's a form of protection. Well, how come a man won't protect me? How come a man won't provide? How come a man just going his own way? Because you've shown that man that you're a bona fide problem. You've shown that man that you're not safe to be around. You've shown that man that you can't keep your mouth closed, especially when it matters. And I'm not about to put myself in danger messing around with.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Hey.
Hey, this is super random, but honestly, you look like someone that I would regret not talking to. So I wanted to come up and say hi to you.
Hi.
You're very cute.
Thank you. I have a boyfriend.
I'm gonna myself.
Don't. I love the boldness and the confidence.
All right.
You know?
Yeah, thank you.
I'm like, you're doing it.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm glad you like it.
I know.
Yeah. Flattered?
I am, actually. I didn't have a boyfriend. I'll give you my number.
Sure. Okay. Have a great day. I'm glad I could bring some positivity to it.
Why most men are scared of us. Like, we don't bite. And if you lose access to a woman for speaking, then she wasn't your woman to begin with. Like, y'all men need to stop being scared of rejection. Right? You're not gonna from it. Learn to build courage and keep it moving. Like, there's a bunch of women out here.
I think modern women believe that dudes are just going to let them just run rampant. Just do whatever you want. Just be however you want. I know I'm about to clown you. I know I'm about to act a fool. Go ahead. Why not? Go ahead. This is what a lot of modern women are thinking that men are going to let them do. But men are tired of that nonsense. And what you're running into is men not receiving you, or not being as receptive to being walked all over as they used to be. So you caught a man when he was being a gentleman, but now he's like, I don't know.
We stopped slapping, so they forgot that they don't have the strength of a man. Right.
Yeah, I think it's good that we stopped slapping.
I don't know about that.
Oh, man.
I would like to slap.
I'm looking at all these women fight men online. I was like, why?
That's why.
Yeah.
Because you stop slapping them, and the female ego is ridiculous. I mean, these women, like, they literally think what they see in the movies is real. I'm not saying just go around smacking random women.
Yeah.
I'm saying you start acting like a you want to get in someone's face. All it takes is one smack to realize you're not as strong as a man.
When I grew up, I used to see my father hit my mom, and I hated it. So I was like, you know what? I'm never going to do that anymore.
And now your wife's out of control.
Oh my gosh.
For my birthday, and this man propositions me for, like, does this outfit get? Do it look like I'm tricking on the street? I would really love to know, like, what the gave him a mini skirt? I'm wearing a cowboy hat.
Yep. Yeah, no. You gonna tell her? So, don't tell her. No, baby, that looks fine. You can go to church with that outfit. You can go to the PTA meeting with that outfit. It is not giving. I'll tell you about it at this point.
And I've always believed that if a man truly, really loves you, anything that you want and need, he will make it his goal to accomplish that for you. So it becomes his need to make sure he's pleasing you because you bringing peace and happiness into his life.
I can agree with that. I'm glad you said if it's being reciprocated. Mm-hmm. But you did say anything.
Yeah, almost anything.
I don't agree with the anything.
Why?
Because at some point a man has to say no. He has to set a boundary. I feel like if you're in a relationship as a man, I can understand a woman, wanting certain things and a man, contributing to her wants and needs. But at some point, a man gotta have some kind of backbone. So it's gotta be some boundaries at some point. Let's say she's spoiled.
This is how I feel. When a woman really loves you, she's going to complain about a lot of, and some of the shit you're going to feel like it's unnecessary. But trust me, it's a reason why she's complaining about it. When a woman really loves, because these days they say they love a nigga, they don't really. I'm a girl's girl. I'm a girl's girl to a certain extent, but like I said, I just feel like with the new generation and everything, like I pray for that old school love.
Do you think that social media changed the dating scene?
Yes.
That's what I said.
Yes.
I believe.
Social media, music, all of that changed the dating scene real bad.
Because you said something about city girls earlier.
Yeah, city girls. Like the music that came out, them now Chanel's, this, we need this, we need that. And this, that, and the third. Yeah, it be laying right beside it. And a funny their whole life. So how is it?
That's what I be trying to say.
Running to the checker flag, running through the red light. 12 get me gun, they won't pull over till I'm dead right. Riding to the sun, ride, can't nobody no time, ain't gon' get no.
You always yelling, cussing, talking ghetto, or using controlling words, that's being masculine. If when he speaks, you're always interrupting him, trying to talk over him, or trying to control the conversation, that's being masculine. If he's trying to give you advice or give you constructive criticism or maybe give you an opinion on something and you're being dismissive or minimizing his perspective, that's being masculine. Or like if you always making decisions without at least talking to him or making him feel like he's beneath you or overly expressing your independence, all those things are masculine because you will make him feel like he has no space to contribute or to lead. Now ladies, I understand with the lack of masculine men, sometimes we got to be Wonder Woman, and it seems like depending on a man is weak and controlling, but in so many words, ladies, it's okay to be a strong, leading, independent woman. But it's also okay to be a soft, submissive, and listening woman for your man.
No one will give you more advice than the man who wants you to be his wife. When a man is serious about you, there are signs. And one of the biggest signs is the way he advises you. He looks out for you. And a lot of women miss that because they think it's control. It's not. It's guidance. It is him paying attention and looking out for your future. He will tell you things like, babe, don't spend that right now. Save it. Or before you make that move, look at it from this angle, from this direction. Or you should look into this opportunity. Even the small things you'll find annoying, like, babe, what's your sugar intake? Now, depending on how you receive it, It can feel like he's trying to control you, but slow down, because a lot of times that is not control. That is foresight.
So many women are competing for the same men, and then a bunch of guys are getting ignored. And then what ends up happening is, where do those guys go? And they go online. That's what you see.
They go to porn.
They go to porn, or they go to Reddit. I mean, I love Reddit, but they're really going to some of these red-pilled communities. And so what you're seeing now is just men really opting out of society. So when you go back to that stat, 1 in 7 young men in the UK is NEET, not in employment, education, or training. They have just opted out. And as Scott says, there's nothing scarier than a single man, a young single man. And so we are just creating a lot of these angry young single men who are saying, well, this is rigged against me. And so that's why I am worried about the rise of people like Andrew Tate. And if we wonder, where are the dads, where are the men? Well, men are finding these father figures, but they're finding them online, and they're not the father figures that I would choose for the majority of men. And so I'm really worried about this, because I feel like women are saying, guys, you need to step up because I can provide and I don't need that from you. And guys are not prepared to rise to the occasion.
Why are so many women choosing to stay single? And I completely agree that you are probably about to see a lot of interesting responses in this here comment section. I also think men say they want these answers, but then when they are faced with them, have a visceral or automatic reaction that allows them to disregard or say, that isn't me, I'm not doing that. We are the only species that I can think of on the planet that can actually have intellectual intercourse with our potential mates before we even pursue them. Like, we can get a inside guide, a primer to what they want. But all of that is for naught if you do not practice the most important step when we ask a question like this. And that would be to sit back, hold your mouth, and listen. Because you are likely about to see a lot of recurring themes in this comment section. In fact, I will bet my left nut, I will bet you both that you will see a lot of similar answers as to what women want and why they are choosing to stay single. Now that you've had a minute to mentally prepare yourself, let's go ahead and open that comment section and do some mental growth.
I can't wait till we have kids so that I can leave the children with you and go on a date and post it online so people can just lose their mind that a woman can have it all.
Isn't it crazy he's allowing that? He's just putting up with that. Could never be me. How can you allow that much disrespect? Yeah, well, you know, you're gonna have the kids and I'm just gonna go out on other dates. What are you on about? Marriage and having children is meant to be sacred. That's meant to be just for you and your partner. That's it. Not to fucking mess about. These women just aren't close to God. If you want to get closer with the Lord, download the Avon app. You can ask it questions such as, how can I get closer with the Lord? And it'll give you Bible quotes and continue to ask you questions to help you get closer. It's sad to see so many men just putting up and just going against God. Find yourself a good woman of God, and she wouldn't want to treat you like that. She'll be your world. Stay woke in these streets, like big burn.
The dumbest that women agreed upon in life, in history, is coming together and fighting for women's rights to work. That was the most dumbest decision ever. Working is slavery.
I just want to say whoever fought for women's rights to work, count your days. I don't think the entire agenda of all women wanted this at all.
It's only 8:45 on a Wednesday, and I'm already ready to fight the woman who fought for women to work. I don't remember asking her to do that. I don't remember wanting to work. I still don't want to.
I don't know, y'all. I don't think we should have voted for women's rights to work. I mean, I know back then it was a different time, but like, can we re-vote for right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to work.
I think women having to work, hear me out. I think women having to work should be illegal. I think women should be giving a $10,000 stipend a month, and the men should work.
Nothing is more mortifying than the fact that I just went to the grocery store and I walked by like 2 cute guys, and both of them I tried to do the thing where I like looked them in the eyes and I'm like looking them up and down and smiling, like I don't know, and both of them like looked like they just saw a freaking ghost and like walked even faster. Like, this is why I'm involuntarily celibate.
I mean, listen, if you were looking at me with your eyeball and they're coming out of your socket, googly-eyed, yeah, I would probably disappear on you too, right? I would probably walk away from you, throw a smoke bomb, and poof, alakazam, I'm out of there. Right? Because honestly, I mean, it's kind of weird just standing there with your eyeballs coming out of your socket and you're not saying anything. Why not introduce yourself? Why not come up to the guy? Say, hey, nice to meet you. My name's so-and-so. Strike up a conversation. It's just crazy. A lot of these modern women have no game whatsoever. I mean, the jokes put aside, maybe he's not interested. Maybe he's in a relationship. Maybe he's married. Maybe he saw you and said, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I mean, getting rejected is not gender specific.
These women are all dating the same men. So I got to give points to the gentlemen. They've been saying for a while that 80% of women only date about 20% of men. And I've been thinking about this for a long time. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, so I'm looking at the percentage of single mothers versus the percentage of single fathers. And the data is not quite lining up. Then I started to think about the T app. And I said, wait a minute. If women are posting all the same guy on the T app, and they're all running over there and rating their experience with the same guy. Wait a minute. These women are all dating the same men. Because how would you explain that one guy has like 30 different women rating him poorly? 30 different women have dated this guy and they have a bad report on him. I think the guys were right about this one.
I have a new scale for you to test the chivalry of the men you're dating, and it's called the older sister test. When a man does something, I want you to ask yourself, would a good older sister do this? Let me just name the things my older sisters do that an embarrassingly high amount of men don't do. First of all, when I leave, they will walk me to my car, stand outside on the porch with the light on until they see me start my car and drive away. When they drop me off at my house, they'll sit in their car, watch me walk in, and lock the door before they drive away. They will not let me drive myself to the airport. They are going to drive me there. When we're on a walk or a run, they're on the outside. My gifts are well thought out and something I love, like Pureology, moon boots, really nice clothes. They always make sure I text them that I got home safely and follow up if they didn't hear from me. I try to pay for my own stuff, but they're always paying for things for me. And it's embarrassing the amount of men out there that don't know to make sure you get home safely. My sisters are better boyfriends than a lot of men. So next time you're wondering, oh my gosh, he didn't repost me on his story, would a good older sister do that? Yeah, she would.
If a man is constantly rejected for intimacy, don't be surprised when he becomes less affectionate, less motivated, and less loving. Rejection doesn't just reduce desire, it reprograms behavior. At first, he keeps trying. He initiates, he reaches, he hopes, and he starts noticing the pattern. Every attempt costs him dignity. Every reach is met with distance. Every desire feels like a burden, so he adapts. He stops touching, stops opening up, stops risking being unwanted, not because he stopped loving, but because he stopped feeling chosen. Affection isn't just physical, it's emotional permission. And when a man feels unwanted long enough, he doesn't argue, he doesn't beg, he doesn't complain. He withdraws, quietly, completely. He stops sharing what weighs on him. He keeps his wins to himself. He learns to be strong alone. He trains his heart not to need reassurance. Walls replace bridges. Peace replaces pursuit. Silence replaces effort. He no longer reaches first. He no longer asks twice. And one day, his absence feels normal to everyone except the man who learned how to disappear inside the relationship.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This whole mentality of he doesn't get wifey benefits without making me a wife mentality is so dumb. I love you, but it's so dumb. If you think this way and you don't show up with your boyfriend the same way that you would as a wife, how does he know what you're gonna look like as a wife? If you're like, I'm not doing his laundry until he puts a ring on it. Dumb girl. You are supposed to show up as a wife. You are supposed to embody what a wife looks like. Be that. And show up in your relationship that way. But then he's gonna be like, this is a wife. All the other girls were pulling girlfriend cards. This girl's a wife. Let me make her a wife. You show up as what you want to be. You don't say, oh, I'll become that when the time comes. You show up as what you want to be. Okay? And if you're not, then you're just slowing down your process. Do all of the wife things for your boyfriend, and then watch how quick he makes you a wife. I don't know why you guys aren't like playing all of your cards. You know, you're like withholding some. I'm like, lay it out on the table. This is what I come with. Choose it or don't. This is why you're wasting so much of your time in relationships. People think too much in relationships. Just show up as you are. I want to take care of my boyfriend. I want to make him snacks. I want to fold his laundry. I want to make his life easier. And I show up that way from the freaking jump, dude. And I've never been broken up with.
I look a mess now, but I don't think I have to settle with a man that I don't find handsome.
Okay, let's do it. Well, what would you rate yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? Just your face. You cannot use 7.
A 10.
Oh, poor baby. Now let's try this again.
So
You are not the most beautiful woman in the world. Cosmopolitan ain't trying to get you to be on the cover. People ain't deemed you one of the most beautiful women in the world. So let's go ahead.
So what would you rate me?
I asked you. Since you want to bring looks about men into it, I'm asking you. What would you rate yourself? And the first thing out of your mouth was a lie. A 10. You ain't nobody's 10.
My face is not a 10. So
all right.
I think I'm definitely a 10.
Cool. I bet you do. When was the last time you did any runway modeling or print modeling?
I've never been involved in that.
Why not? That's what 10s do. And a lot of you ladies just say this because
I'm not a 10.
You're not. You're not a 10. Women like yourself have all this attitude, thinking that you're way up here to where you're going to judge me into saying men are this or that. 51% of black men are single and childless, 64% in another class. It is harder for a black man to find a woman that's working with no children than it is for a black woman to find a black man that's working with no kids. Most of you come with somebody's kid attached to you. And then you got the nerve to walk around when you're unfit, overweight, out of shape, and looking average, cute, or whatever, thinking you're way up here judging men who have more to offer than you do, and have the nerve to talk about you're picky.
These are some of the requirements to date. Moi. Number 1, emotional maturity. If you can't communicate like an adult, don't even bother. Number 2, I need consistency. Not random energy, not hot and cold BS. Consistency, okay? Number 3, you need to make me feel safe. That means you don't flirt with other girls, you don't compare me to other girls, you don't disrespect me and try to disguise it as honesty. Number 4, you need to choose me very clearly. To date me, you need to claim me, babes. I'm not an option and I will never be an option. I'm not some backup, okay? You either choose me or you don't. Bye. Number 5, you need to respect my sensitivity, okay? I'm soft because I choose to be soft. Not everyone gets that privilege of seeing my soft side. So flip and handle my heart carefully and properly. Number 6, match my loyalty. If you still need attention from other women, you're just not ready for me. You're really not. And you need to stay as far away from me as possible. Number 7, you need to have depth. If everything about you is surface level, honestly, I won't even give you the time of day. I really wouldn't. I need to be mentally stimulated. Otherwise, I'm not interested. Number 8, you need to support my goals. If my success threatens you, move aside. Number 9, bring me peace, not problem, not drama. I'm just not entertaining emotional chaos anymore. I'm so over that. Anyway, that's it. If you can't meet any of these, don't bother.
I'm on the hunt for eligible single men in Chicago today. We're here at the Riverwalk now.
People were saying that Tiny Tap is like a good spot to meet single men, so we're gonna go there first. I have these like dollar bill flyers that I'm passing out with QR codes. I really don't want to do this right now. Guys, that's Tiny Tap, right? Oh, you see any single men here? Okay, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna do it. Everyone here looks like they're in couples. Any of you boys single in Chicago? Yeah. Okay, I'm hosting a singles event on Wednesday.
Is that $100?
No, they're fake. They're fake. Amazing. Okay, here. Yeah, bye guys. You want one too? Okay, here you go. Are you boys single? No? Okay. I can't do this. No, I tried to just go up to it. I couldn't do it. I can't do it. Look at this view. Okay, it looks like it's just a bunch of couples. Okay, this is just a bunch of couples as well, and like 16-year-old boys. Do you see some hot blondes on the boat over there? But I don't think these are waterproof. Are any of you boys single in Chicago? I'm hosting like a dating event. Oh, yeah? If anyone is, or your roommates or someone, if you can hand it out. Yeah. Okay, take one. Okay. Bye, guys. He's hot. Okay, he's running, though. He's running. Hi, are you single? I'm hosting like a dating event.
I'm not single.
Oh, okay. Do you have a roommate or someone? No.
I'll take it.
Oh, sorry.
You can take it back here.
Thank you. Update, we ended up in tourist territory, so we got a lot of guys like on work trips. I'm like, absolutely not. We're not doing that. I'm hosting like a dating event if you want to come. Okay. Yeah. Overall, we did really good. We only have 2 of these left out of like 30. But my singles event in Chicago is a good turnout on Wednesday. Stay tuned.
At some point in time, modern women have gone to, with the way they speak to men, they make it seem like they've gotten their degree in social work. They make it seem like they've completed a substantial amount of coursework in therapy, in counseling, with the way that they talk to men, with the words that they say to men, with the way that they try to take the language that they learned in therapy and weaponize it against men. Oh, you're a narcissist. No, I'm not. That's not the definition of it. Oh, well, you're this and you're that and you're misogynistic, and no, I'm not. You don't know the definition of that. There's plenty of videos out here where a man is asking a woman because she says, well, I think this is misogynistic. Well, what is that? Silence. Because you don't know what you're talking about. And that's what they try to do with, oh, you're gaslighting me. Oh, you're a narcissist. What does that mean? And how is that narcissism? Silence. Because I don't know what the heck that I'm talking about. I can say that I've done the healing and the inner work. And men already know I'm full of BS. I'm full of bullcrap. Because I'm just talking nonsense. That's the position that a lot of modern women are in today.